Breaking news! Can you believe a couple woke up this morning to a mountain of snow in the Moroccan desert? Now, isn't that just extraordinary? Good evening and welcome everybody to Extraordinary News. I'm Tim, and today we cannot wait to share with you all the secrets of an amazing hotel chain called Aman Resorts. We have our news reporter with us today, Daniela, who will be interviewing two very special guests from Aman Resorts, or as they like to call them, Aman Junkies. Hello Daniela, can you hear us? How's Morocco going?
Thank you, Tim. Morocco is amazing. Today we have a very special guest, Selina, which is one of Aman's top junkies. Selina, it's great to have you with us today. I've heard that your stay at Aman was rather unique. Can you tell us more about it?
Thank you for having me, Daniela. Yes, of course. So my stay at Aman was really an experience. I feel so lucky. This place is like no other. You can't imagine how unique Aman is.
Indeed, Aman hotels are known for their unconventional approach to service. But I'm curious, can you tell us more why your stay was so special?
Of course, my husband and I, to Morocco for a romantic getaway. And it was like unlike any service we've ever experienced before. We've been everywhere. We've been to the Four Seasons, to the Bourbon Hotel, all of the luxury chains. But really, Aman goes beyond luxury.
Really? But how?
Well, just yesterday, I was talking to Aman's staff and I was telling them how I feel weird about not spending this Christmas with snow. And the next thing I know is I woke up in the morning and I found snow outside of my window. It was really a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And bringing snow to a place it's not typically found. It's something like I will never forget.
Whoa, snow in the desert, this is incredible. I have also heard that they can come up with personal plans for you to explore the city and the local culture, which is different in every location.
That is right. They plan like a carefully made for you itinerary, which can include the private jets, yachts, or even ocean vessels.
Thank you for sharing, Selena. It sounds like Aman goes above and beyond to fulfill their guests' wishes, even by making it snow in Morocco.
Absolutely, Daniela. Aman top priority is their customers' wishes and their attention to detail. It's not just about staying in a luxurious hotel. It's about embarking on a journey filled with creative moments you will probably not find anywhere else.
Well, it's clear Aman knows how to redefine luxury hospitality. Thank you again, Selena, for sharing your wonderful story with us. Now let's hear from my colleague Rania, who is in Greece interviewing another one of Aman's junkies.
Thank you so much, Daniela. Today we have the pleasure of being with one of Aman's biggest junkie here in Greece. Hello, Dana.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today.
It's a pleasure for us. One of the first things we want to know is why are you so addicted to Aman's hotels? And why do you think they are so extraordinary?
You know, I think if there's really one thing that stands out with Aman is the fact that they're always so consistent. Even every time when I visit a property, I always feel so immersed in the local culture. I mean, have you felt their ethos is just so strong and powerful? And I really love the fact that I get to experience so many local activities. Just this morning, I was at a beekeeping activity with my family. Isn't that amazing? And have you seen their properties? The architecture is just out of this world.
Yeah, just look where we are and it's just one of them. Another question we wanted to ask you is about the privacy. Do you feel comfortable with being that private and being that secluded?
I think it's also one of Aman's biggest strengths. I live such a stressful life every day, and what I look for on holidays is really peace and privacy. I mean, it's like I don't even want to see other guests in the resorts. And by the way, did you know that Aman means peace in Sanskrit?
Oh, I didn't know. They really think about all the little details. It does sound like a home away from home. Another question I have is, what's your favorite Aman hotels?
Oof, I have so many, but I think the most beautiful one for me is the Wensheng Palace in China. I mean, this property is just simply extraordinary, and it's in the middle of a UNESCO site. That's just crazy to me.
It is. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Back at you too.
Yes, thank you, Rania. Very clear. Coming back to you now from the studio here at Extraordinary News, we'd like to give you a brief overview of the global luxury hotel market in general so that you can get a better understanding of Aman in the context of its peers from a financial point of view. Right now, the market for global luxury hotels is approximately worth $100 billion. And with a compounded annual growth rate of what some estimate to be 7.9%, it's set to grow to $146 billion by 2028. And while the North American luxury hotel market is the largest in the world, followed by the Asia Pacific market, Analysts are indicating that the Asia Pacific market, the latter, will be the one experiencing the most growth in the coming years. Okay, so we've looked at the market growth, but what are the actual drivers behind this growth? Well, we here at Extraordinary News have kind of narrowed it down to three specific drivers. The first being personalization, where luxury travelers are increasingly looking for personalized experience. We refer to it as experiential travel, and hotels are responding by offering tailored services as well as amenities. Think about the likes of the beekeeping that Dana underwent at the Aman in Greece, for example. The second is sustainability. Like pretty much every industry nowadays, sustainability is also affecting this market, where everybody's becoming more and more environmentally conscious and their hotels are replying accordingly. The third and final driver is technology, where, once again, like most markets, technology is paving the way for the luxury hospitality industry, with hotels using increased different types of technology, especially generative AI, to improve guest services and experiences. When looking at the other relevant players in the market, from the likes of the Mandarin Oriental to the Four Seasons, representing some of the largest luxury hotel chains in the world, it's pretty fair to say that the Aman is facing fierce competition, and providing a consistently excellent service simply isn't good enough. That is exactly why they have excelled in experiential travel and have managed to remain this illusion of exclusivity. It's the reason we don't see an Aman in every city, just like we see a Four Seasons or a Ritz-Carlton, for example. However, remaining this image of exclusivity seems to be quite the challenge. To investigate this further, we've gathered the CEO. Over to you.
We are here with the CEO of Aman Resorts. Thank you so much for being with us today. How are you feeling?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me.
We are all mesmerized by the Aman Resorts. Can you tell us more about the group's journey?
Of course. So, Aman started in Phuket, Thailand, when its founder Adrian Seka was looking for a new vacation home. He came across this beautiful property that was a coconut plantation that overlooked the sea. It was more than he wished for, which meant that it was also more expensive. So he decided to call some of his close friends, and together they bought the property and transformed it into a boutique hotel. This is where they decided that Amampuri, which is the name of the resort, was their home away from home. Ever since, the group has expanded, and we currently have resorts in 34 locations worldwide, 13 of which are located within UNESCO's heritage sites.
That's impressive. How is it possible for a resort chain to be present in locations that carry the UNESCO heritage?
Well, our goal is to provide our guests with the best possible experience. Therefore, our resorts are specifically designed to fit each location, from its architecture to the food that is served within each resort. We make sure that cultural aspects are being preserved. We offer guests unique experiences that only locals would have access to, and to help us do so, we hire 95% of our staff from the actual country of the resort. We even hire an English teacher for each resort to teach staff how to properly communicate with the guests.
So you must cater to a very specific type of customer. What makes you different from the other top-notch hotels like Six Senses or the Mandarin Oriental?
Well, as I previously mentioned, we want to be our guests' home away from home. It's important for us that staff is very close to our guests and each of them to contribute to their own unique experience. So this is, even if two guests are staying in the same hotel, they will have completely different experiences. This is why all of our resorts have fewer rooms and lower occupancy rates compared to these big chains. And it allows our staff to focus on our junkies. Our aim is to treat you like family, and our target customers love that.
Being so detail-oriented must be super costly for you. What's the price range for staying a night in your hotel?
From the first hotel, Seka knew what kind of client he wanted for his vision. That's why from the beginning, in Amampuri, a night in Thailand costed 5 times higher than traditional local competition. This was a major move for Aman. It allowed us to position ourselves from the very beginning, and we also don't advertise like traditional chains do. Our advertising relies mostly on word of mouth. And therefore, a night in one of our resorts ranges from $1,400 a night in the basic rooms up to $50,000 a night in one of our villages.
We've all heard about the new investment you secured, and the rumor is saying that this money is used to expand Aman and to build new concepts like Aman residences. Can you tell us more about this project?
We're really pleased to announce that we received 2 different investments in the last 5 years. So these very generous investments will allow us to expand the brand and allow growth for not only Aman, but for its sister brand Janu as well. We aim to continue to expand in key markets as Aman Resorts within remote locations around the world, but we also wanted to be present in today's most important cities, so we decided to open Aman residences in prime locations such as Tokyo, New York, and Miami Beach.
But how is this possible? We thought that one of Aman's core principles relied on exclusivity and, most importantly, the privacy at the different locations of the resort. How will you ensure that these core concepts and the same service quality are met within your new project? Is this a threat to Aman?
Well, that's a great question. We would like to know what the public thinks about this.